Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Stallings. It's great to hear your comments about using a human touch to deal with victims. Because when disaster strikes, there's no red, purple, blue. We are all Americans, and the federal government must deploy all the federal assets to help people recover. That wasn't the experience with Puerto Rico under Donald Trump when money was withheld for 3 years. Still, Puerto Rico hasn't been able to upgrade the power grid. In fact, if there is a Category 1 hurricane, the power grid will collapse. And I echo the sentiment of Mr. Trump from California. You know, to say that we're going to withhold federal resources at a time when people are going through very distressful emotions, it just beneath any office, public office that you hold. Mr. Stallings, in the wake of last year's lapse in disaster appropriations, the OIG determined that SBA's forecasting methodology hasn't been updated in 15 years. This has resulted in routine projections of $1.1 billion disaster lending each year, despite steadily increasing disaster costs and credit subsidy rates. Mr. Stallings, in response to that report, the SBA told the OIG a new methodology has already been implemented. Was that new methodology used for the appropriation request made in May?
Yes, ma'am. We're starting to.
Yes. So what assumptions were used to determine the $143 million?
So what we did is we brought in our CFO and economist. We also brought in meteorological partners to give us analog years so we could look at what years we could expect. We pulled last 10-year averages. We also allowed subject matter experts to look into what trends look like, so cost of construction, cost of rebuild, and started formulating that into our plan as well. So we looked at all aspects of what disasters cost. So the analog year through your meteorology forecast might look like a 2002 year, but obviously cost of 2002 aren't the same. Okay. We adjusted for inflation, and we use that in our program.
Thank you. And you mentioned in your testimony that you continue to strengthen the capacity of the Disaster Processing and Disbursement Center, but monthly reports show that the office staffing has decreased 45% from 1,207 employees last December to 667 in November. So what steps are you taking to strengthen it?
So we've just went through a process of recognizing position descriptions, PDs, if you will. We've started reevaluating those, making sure that the job descriptions and the employees that we have do more than just one job. So just because we had a bunch of folks didn't mean necessarily we had a lot of stuff going on.
Okay. So the administrator intends to cut the SBA workforce by 47%. Have staff cuts affected loan processing related to disaster loan?
Absolutely not. As I said in my opening statement, we've reduced the time. We've actually got the money out faster.
With less?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we will see the next disaster that you might face, that we might face in the nation, to see if a cut of 47% is the right way to go. I yield back.